Munali Secondary is the same school that Kenneth Kaunda went to. I remember teaching at a school in Zimbabwe, now I'm jumping a country, in Zimbabwe, where I tried to put across the idea that we are one race, we are all equal, and it doesn't matter whom you marry. There were some children who actually didn't believe that. The two countries that really turned me on, as it were, was Botswana and Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a wonderfully beautiful country, but of course things have changed there a bit.
The golden years. In goeie jare, the golden years.
Hello, love.
Nice to see you. In Standard 7, we started our domestic science classes with Ursula, who was at that stage Miss Wallater. But I've kept in touch with her over the years, so later I got to know her as Mrs. Fatah, Mrs. Ali Fatah. When she returned to South Africa, I didn't get in touch with her immediately, but sometime soon after that, she had some big birthday, and she asked me and my sister to act as hostesses, welcoming her guests and entertaining them, you know, at the table and etc. And that's where it started all over again. And so the last birthday, big birthday, was her 80th, which she had at a lovely venue. And again, she honored me as one of her students. She calls me one of her best students, I hope so. My teacher taught me how to make scones.
Yes, well, that's many years ago.
Yes.
Many years ago. By the time I met you, I think it could have been either 52 or 53, 1952
Possible,
or 53.
Right. Could be.
Mm-hmm. That makes it about 30 years.
I'd say more.
More.
More, yes.
Yes. Yes, because I was away for 30 years.
Yes,
so.
yes.
Okay, so more like 50.
Yeah, more. But it's so wonderful that after all these years, we're still together. Mm-hmm. Because even while you were out of the country, we kept the contact.
Yes.
What I admire most in Ursula, she's very consistent in what she does. And she's very committed to a cause. If she's committed herself, she doesn't let her side down. But she is so dedicated to this particular group that she serves. That even in her age, she could be tired or she could just not be well, but she will go to the meetings. She'll have meetings at her home and cater for everybody, which is really admirable.
Vir die 8 jaar sedert haar man se afsterwe, is Ursula op haar eie. Daar is egter 'n nuwe generasie om haar besig te hou. Buiten vir Rajiv het sy nog 2 kleinkinders wie by haar jonger seun in Nieu-Seeland bly.
The idea of making homemade marmalade and jams is an economic one because you use the fruit that are in season. And at the moment, we're entering winter, and so there are lots of oranges around. And so you find people make their marmalade in the winter. What I enjoy is entertaining and getting things ready for people who are coming to have lunch with me or supper. And there's always a curry. I'm very fond of curry.
Sedert sy 8 jaar gelede met diabetes gediagnoseer was, moet Ursula, soos talle ander Suid-Afrikaners wie met diabetes voortleef, haar dieet fyn monitor.
Being diabetic is quite a performance. In this set, you have to prick your finger every morning and record the reading. So I need to take the stick and carefully place it into the machine, but don't press it in, just place it. And then take the top off the needle and warm up your hands to get the blood flowing into the fingertips. And then you pluck up courage to prick yourself. And there are times when I can't do it at all. No matter how, I tell myself, you've got to prick yourself, I can't do it. And then I have to call my son and tell him, prick, please prick my needle, my finger. Anyhow, here goes. It's a very nervous business. Ah, there we got it. So you have to get a nice drop of blood so that you can get a good reading. Push the stick in properly into the machine, and then it tells you to put the drop of blood on. And there we go, onto the orange spot. And we wait for the machine to do its work. Keep your fingers crossed. It's 21 this morning. Now 21 is very high. I'm a very definite person, and my advice to young people is to tell them that you don't have to accept everything that you read, whether it be in a book or in the newspapers. Examine it, read it again, and see whether you really differ with the author or with the article that you're reading in the newspaper. Be convinced that what you're reading is what you feel is the correct thing. If you don't feel that it's the correct thing, then reject it. But don't just reject it because other people say that it's bad or that it's different. You must make up your own mind. Make up your own mind as to what you accept as part of your life. I felt that our time in exile should be written down so that people can learn from it. Learn of the experiences in Botswana and the use of builders' brigades and sewing clubs and all that sort of thing. They had cooperatives as well to sell foodstuffs to the population at a cheaper price than you would pay at the supermarket. My spirituality lies in my desire to be useful to other people and to be able to help them to become what they want to be. I want to hear the most beautiful psalm stand apart from all the other schools. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good.